Hi, I'm Sue Roberts with Realty of Maine. Welcome to my presentation. Thank you for joining me. I'm the oldest of four siblings: Sue, Sam, Steve, and Sharon. I've always found it funny. Sue married Sean, Sam married Cindy, Steve married Stacy, and Sharon married Lance. And we still like him. I've been married to Sean for 27 years. We have one son named Isaac. He's 23. Pets. These are my pets. The cat is named Snowy White Paws because, you can see her little white paws there. She's got the red sweater on. This was a little while ago. She had been diagnosed diabetic. So that really complicated things for a while. We thought we had it handled with a diet based treatment, but according to the vet today, we're still going to need to give her some insulin. The tortoise in the corner, this is a Herman's tortoise. Never thought I'd be a turtle parent. My son had a girlfriend, and when she went to college, she couldn't take the tortoise with her, so we got custody. They broke up. We still had the tortoise. Now they're back together, and we still have the tortoise. It's actually much more of an amusing pet than I thought it would be. He actually has a little personality and likes it when you scratch his shell. Things I do. Things I do tend to be with friends and family and kind of a homebody. Go to some concerts. Sean and I went to see the Rolling Stones at Gillette Stadium earlier this year. I took my mother to see the Beach Boys this summer, and that was a lot of fun. She's 76, and that was the first time she had ever been to a live concert other than our band concerts when we were kids. So I'm going to be doing a lot more of that with her. My son and I went to Providence this summer, dinners out, some creative art pictures that I did with my mom and my sister. There's a deep sea fishing trip there with my family, and it looks like there's a hike there that we did on top of Chick Hill. Before real estate, I was a merchant on Amazon.com for about 10 years. I would travel the state, go to different trade shows to look for local and discontinued merchandise, different items that I could bring to the Amazon marketplace. I would prepare them, pack them up in boxes, and ship them across the country to the different fulfillment warehouses where when you buy a product on Amazon, if it's not fulfilled by Amazon themselves, those products are brought to the marketplace by somebody like me. I've been in real estate now for a little over 5 years. And at this point in my career, I have a pretty even mix of buyers and sellers. And I love both types of clients for different reasons. Seller clients give me an opportunity to be very creative when I market the home. I do video tours, and as you can see, my video tours get lots and lots of activity on my social media pages. And if you haven't, I encourage you to go to my Facebook page, Realtor Sue Roberts, and check them out. For the past 2 years, I have gone to Florida for an annual mastermind that my marketing company puts on. The top picture is just a group of us that work with my particular account manager. There are about 250 of us in all across the country that work with this company. And this is an amazing experience to go to Florida, meet and network with all of them. I look forward to it every year. Last year, they had a half year event in Ohio, and I hope they do something like that again. And if you look at me on the lower right hand corner, yes, I am that realtor from Facebook. When I list a client's house for sale, I have professional pictures taken, and it often includes drone. Um, and I even have one guy who will do fly through drone of the inside of the property if the layout of the property works with it. It's a really fascinating technique, and it can really catch people's eye. My walkthrough videos are designed to not look professional. They're designed to be more casual, because the idea is that if you think you're being marketed to, you are less likely to watch it. If it looks more like it's just something your friend put up on Facebook, or if it's got that fun and snappy intro, people are more likely to pay attention to it. I have several different cross country networking and referral groups that I'm in. The marketing company that I work with, BNI now, and our company at Realty of Maine, we have actually an international referral program as well. So we can help clients market their properties internationally. Um, and as a result of my social media marketing, my database of qualified buyers is growing every day. Where do my 2024 clients come from? 34% came from social media, 31% came from referrals, 16% came from past clients. Google had 8% of my clients, company leads 8%, and other 3%. I sold over 40 houses in 2024. Upper left-hand corner is a red camp. I helped her sell that after her husband died, and she was no longer able or interested in taking care of it. Next to that is the red farmhouse in St. Albans. This is the second property I have sold for these clients. Next to that is just a gorgeous waterfront camp. They found me on Facebook through my marketing. Next to that is a house that I sold twice. I sold it to the gentleman, and then unfortunately, several years later, he died. And then the family contacted me to help them list and sell it. Second row on the left, this tan ranch. The buyers for this house I worked with a couple years ago. They had a property under contract and it inspected really poorly. They terminated the contract, and then several years later, they came back to me and wanted to buy this house. Next to that is a house that I sold in Clifton. The buyers also found me online. The red camp on Abimi, if I said that right, Lake, she found me online. She liked my marketing and wanted me to list her property. The third row down, this house is in Brewer, and I sold this to the buyers sight unseen. The first time they saw it was when they came after closing, and they love it. Below that is a house in Newport. This house was listed previously with another realtor. They weren't happy with what was happening, so they terminated and they hired me. Next to that is a gorgeous house in Bucksport. She also found me based on my marketing. She liked my marketing, wanted me to list her house. And next to that is, I call this the vacuum cleaner store. This one was a hard one to sell. It took me several years to sell it. And I drive by this every day on my way to and from the office. And I've been watching the new owner make upgrades and improvements to it. I can't even tell you how much I love this picture. I helped this lady in the green chair sell her camp. This camp had been in her family for years, and she had just recently lost her husband, and it was time for her to sell the camp. The people that are buying this camp are so excited to buy it. And I was able to arrange to have the notary public come to the camp and sign at the camp. It's kind of unusual, but it's really special when it happens. It was a little bit more work for me because I had to drive about an hour and a half total to get it done, but it was worth it because they sat around this little table here overlooking the lake on a rainy day, and they just sat and they talked, and she shared her memories and the history of the camp. And the new owners were just so grateful to learn all of that history that they never would have been able to learn if we had had a closing at a traditional closing company where the times are just scheduled and we would have had to vacate the room for the next closing. So I really love to be able to bring the personal touches to my clients' closings. I'm going to show you a fun video clip, courtesy of Jim Hooper from Black Bear BNI, also owner of Dead Eye Productions. He is starting a new YouTube channel called Meet the Pro, and he asked me to be the first person interviewed for it. Chris Hill from Eastern Area Agency on Aging is the one interviewing me, and I hope you like the clip. Absolutely. I've got tons of stories, but here's a great one. I was showing in a rural community, and this was actually a Zoom showing, and I had prepped my client beforehand, so she knew because I was told beforehand. There was a farm animal in the house. The farm animal lived in the house. This farm animal's not supposed to live in the house. So I've got my, and I'm like, we're not going to talk about this while we're doing the Zoom show me because the owner's going to be there. This farm animal has some issues, and they had to lead the farm animal to different rooms because we could not see each other. So this whole thing. So we're doing the Zoom showing, and I could see marks on the wall where the animal had done its thing to the wall, and I could see
smell
Yeah.
the bleach on the floor where they had cleaned up, right? So they were really trying to keep the house clean.
Sure.
But there was definitely evidence of the animal in the house. So that was really interesting
Sure.
and really strange. And then so we get outside, and then there's like.
I'm Sue Roberts with Realty of Maine, and thank you for watching.